Good morning, students. Welcome back to online class. Today, here we are going to study about chapter number 11, alcohols, phenols, and ether. In the previous chapter, we have studied about the haloalkenes and the alkenes. Let's study about the alcohol, phenol, and the ether. So, we have learned earlier that when one or more hydrogen atoms of a hydrocarbon are substituted by the another atom or a group of atoms, that is a functional group, then new organic compounds are formed. That is, we are going to study in this chapter. When the hydrogen atom attached to the saturated carbon of a hydrocarbon. What is the meaning of saturated? As you know very well, it's a single bond. This is the alkene one or a cyclic bond, anything. A single bond is called a saturated. Is substituted by a hydroxyl group, that is hydroxide. Then alcohol is formed. So let's take an example of a hydrocarbon, that is CH4. In the CH4, OH group, that is hydroxyl group, is attached over here. It forms a methanol, CH3OH. This is a benzene ring with a CH3, that is a toluene. So when you are replacing the hydrogen with OH, it forms benzene ring, CH2, and then OH. So as you know here, this is a double bond, CH2 double bond, CH3. So when we are replacing the hydrogen over here, it forms CH2 double bond, CH2 and OH. So in this way, so when we are adding the hydroxyl group, we are forms the alcohol compound. So the general formula for the alcohol is ROH. R is an alkyl group or an alkynyl group or alkynyl or aryl alkyl group. So if the hydrogen atom attached to the carbon atom of an aromatic is substituted by the hydroxyl group, then the phenol is formed. So these are all the product of an alcohol. Thus the general formula for the phenol, that is the aromatic OH, is the aryl group. If the hydrogen atom of a hydroxyl group of an alcohol or phenol is substituted by the alkyl or the alkynyl or alkanyl or aryl group, then ether is formed. So over here, for example, alcohol and the phenol. See, this one is a CH3OH, methanol, and the ether, right? Ether comes. So in place of hydrogen, it is replaced the another CH3 group. There is a aryl group. Alkyl group, CH3. So it's a ether. Here we have done all these things, phenol. So in this all, replace hydrogen with the CH3. Here again with the aryl group. This is aryl group, aromatic. We will say aromatic or aryl group, AR. So it's the name of this one is methyl, dimethyl ether. Or we can say methyl methoxy. Okay, so these are the examples. Next. Thus the general formula for the ether is R or AR or OR2 or AR2, whereas R1 and R2 is an alkyl or an alkynyl or alkanyl group. Aromatic AR is an aryl group. So alcohol and the ether have a same general formula. So the general formula for the alcohol is CnH2n plus 2 and then O. CnH2n plus 2 and O. But due to different functional group, they are called a functional group isomers. For example, ethanol and methoxymethane, right? Just now we have seen methoxymethane. There is CH3O, CH3. Have same molecular formula, that is C2H6O. But their structure formula is what? CH3CH2OH. See this one. This is C2H6O and here C2H6 and O. But the structure formula is what? This is not ether. This is alcohol. So CH3CH2OH and CH3OCH3. This way can also be written. So means what? Having a same molecular formula but different structure formula or different functional group is there. Okay. Now let's start with the classification of alcohol. So basically the classification of alcohol is divided into the primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and the tertiary alcohol. Right. So let's study about the primary alcohol. Alcohol in which the hydroxyl group is attached to the primary carbon is called primary or primary alcohol. So the primary carbon is what? This is the primary carbon. So attached with this one. So in place of R, we can write CH3. So alcohol in which the hydroxyl group is attached to the primary carbon, this OH is attached to the carbon, is called primary alcohol. So what is the basic name of this one? This is ethanol, CH3CH2OH. Yes, CH3CH2OH is a ethanol. Second, the alcohol in which the hydroxyl group is attached to the secondary carbon. Right, this is the secondary carbon now. Why secondary carbon? See, here we are having a CH3 and the C. So attached to the one carbon. Now, this is the secondary. How? Because two CH3 group is there. So it's a secondary alcohol. It will write like this: carbon, one over here and one over here, R and R. Right? And one is OH attached with the OH, and one is, now tell me which is the secondary carbon. This is the second carbon, right? So this is the hydroxide is attached to the secondary carbon is called secondary alcohol. Okay. Now, what is the tertiary? See here, the carbon, which is this is called tertiary. From this carbon, 3 R group, that is alkyl group, is attached over here. That is tertiary alcohol. So in this carbon, if the hydroxide group is there, it's a tertiary alcohol. Let's repeat first. Primary alcohol, only one R is there. Secondary alcohol, 2 R alkyl group is there. Tertiary alcohol, 3 alkyl group is there. Right? So let's start the nomenclature of the alcohol. For the common name of alcohol, the alcohol is the word added after the name of a hydrocarbon which is attached to the hydroxide group. That is CH3OH, that is a methyl alcohol. CH3CH2OH, that is ethyl alcohol. And what is this? Benzyl alcohol. What is the benzyl? Means the phenyl ring with that CH2 is there. So it's a benzyl alcohol. Okay, aromatic and CH2OH, benzyl alcohol. The IUPAC name. What is the IUPAC? International Union Pure and Applied Chemistry. The name of this one. In alcohol, the longest carbon chain of a hydrocarbon contains hydroxyl group. Then, dropping the letter E from the name of hydrocarbon, the suffix OL is added. For example, by dropping E from the methane and adding the suffix OL, the derived name will be the same, like methane, E. But in the place of E, add OL. So it's a methanol. For the ethane, instead of E, add OL. There is a ethanol. CH2OH. Let's study here. That is the same pattern over here. Propane, propanol. So propane, 1-ol it is. Why 1-ol? Because in the place of the first carbon only the hydroxyl group is attached. That's why the propane 1-ol is there. Now here, this OH is attached to the second number of the carbon. So it's a propane 2-ol. Now just think, okay, alcohol and the double bond both are there. So we have to write propane 2E and then 1-ol. Just remember, in 11th standard, we are having a functional group like carboxylic acid, aldehyde, in the same way. So which will come first? Here the double bond will come first, right? And then hydroxyl. So that's why propane, prop -2-En-1-ol. This is the pattern of your writing in exam. Here you are having a triple bond. So propane 2-ine, 1-ol. Okay, just think chlorine hydroxide will come first. Of course, chlorine. Okay, this is highly reactive. Okay, so alcohol is a highly reactive. So the name is given 4 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 chloro, then but 2-ol. Why the naming is not here? So you can write this way also. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. See, according to the nomenclature, 4 plus 2 is 6. If I'll take 2 and 1, it comes 3. But why is written 4 chlorotoluol? That is because of the reactivity series. So the name is 4-chloro-butyol. And what about here? How many carbon is there? 5 carbon is there. And in the second carbon, the ethyl group is there. And of course, alcohol is there. So the name is 2-ethyl pent-1-ol. Okay. So for more than one substitution are present in the alcohol molecule, then the nomenclature can be presented in the alphabetical order. Okay. That is, see, bromine is there, then ethyl group is there, then hydroxyl. So of course, according to the alphabetical order, it comes first 6 bromo, 4 ethyl, hept 2 all. Not heptanol, it's a hept 2 all. Okay. So what about here? Chlorine. And then this is a methyl group and the alcohol. So 4-chloro, 2-methyl, butane, 1-all. And the last one is what? That's a 2,4-dimethyl. Because why dimethyl? 2-methyl group is there. That's why dimethyl. Pentane, 1-all. Okay. These are the examples. Some more examples are there. If more number of hydroxyl group is there in the same content, then how to write it? If one hydroxyl group, then no issues. If 2, then di, 3, then tri. Okay, so the prefix we have to mention over here. So the name of this one is a ethane 1,2-diol. Here propane 1,2,3-triol. So here butane and then 1,3-diol. Here pent 2-in-1,5-diol. Okay. So in alcohol, the hydroxyl group attached to the carbon of a cyclic system is given in the first manner like this. So can you tell me what is the name of this one? This is what? How many carbon is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. 5 carbon attached the hydroxyl. So what is the name of this one? This is a cyclopentanol. Okay. So now can you try with this one? This is 6 carbon and OH is there. So it's a cyclohexanol. Pentanol, hexanol. Okay. Now needs to try with the cyclohexane plus hydroxide and the methyl group. So the name is 3-methyl cyclohexanol. So hydroxyl group is more reactive than the methyl group. That's why the number starts from the 1 over here. Now the numbering is given. Can you guess it? What is that? What was that? Yes, it's a 2-methyl cyclopentanol. Now needs to try. Yes, it's a 3,4-dimethyl cyclopentanol. Okay. So the structure formula is given. IUPAC and the common name is there, and the type is also there. So CH3OH, methanol. Its the common name is methyl alcohol, that is primary. Ethanol, ethyl alcohol, propane 1-ol, N-propyl alcohol, propane 2-ol, isopropyl alcohol, butane 1-ol, N-butyl alcohol, 2-methyl propane 1-ol, isobutyl alcohol. So these are the types of the primary and the secondary. See here, now you just imagine that this is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. What will be the name of this one? Butane, and then 2 in the place of 2 hydroxyl. So butane 2-ol. Can write secondary butyl alcohol. Here this is a tertiary. So 2-methyl propane 2-ol, tertiary butyl alcohol. Ethane 1,2-diol, ethylene glycol. Primary. Propane 1,2,3-triol, glycerol, So it's this carbon is having a one primary, then secondary, and then primary. This is benzene ring with a CH2OH. So it's a phenyl methanol. So benzyl alcohol and the primary structure is there. So IUPAC name and the common name needs to do write and then practice. Thank you. Hope you understood the topic very well.